our knowledge about your industries. Historically, we've sort of categorized the industries that we service: aerospace and defense, automotive, high-tech, consumer products, industrial equipment, retail footwear and apparel are the big broad ones, medical devices. We want to get better and better at capturing information about those the complexities of those verticals, so that our sales people, our business development people, our services people, our product managers understand sort of the vagaries of the different vertical industries, so that we can provide a better solution there. We're going to talk a lot about process expertise. We've built out an electronic value roadmap. We've segmented the product development process into 24 discrete processes. We've gone out and hired independent consultants to help us understand what does product development really mean and what are the individual processes that make it up. We've built maturity models around each process that we want to share with you. But at the end of the day, you're going to see an increasingly process-oriented approach to delivering our solutions to the marketplace. We think we've made some progress in understanding and documenting these processes, but again, it's our customers that are telling us what's going on out there in the real world. So I wanted to encourage you to really shape our thinking. Tell us where we're right and tell us where you don't think we're right on track. Increasingly, we want to build a complete solution. We started to talk about out-of-the-box and discourage customizations a few years ago. Increasingly, we want to bring a turnkey solution as much as possible to our customers. We think that if we understand the vertical, that if we understand the processes, we can begin to provide a more complete solution for our customers. And so you're going to see in terms of our product and our process and our services, a focus on a complete solution. We're committed to the integral architecture. Our business turned around a few years ago when we began to talk about a single data model, a single instance, a single source of truth for the engineering bill of materials, so that anybody anywhere could log into an environment in engineering, in the enterprise, and know that they were logged into a master repository for the information. We're committed to the integral story, and we think it's the heart of our product development system. At the same time, both through internal development and through acquisitions, we want to build a broader footprint. We want to build a broader solution for our customers. I think that today there's an attempt by IT, and we have the same thing in our company, to reduce cost by consolidating around a fewer number of suppliers. So to the extent that that happens, we want to be looked upon as a partner because we have a broad footprint of functionality and capability tied into that integral system with a vertical focus and lots of process expertise. So it's the combination of these things that will enable us to let you realize more value from our products and services. At the end of the day, we want you to realize value. Building great products is expensive, it's complex, and when you invest, first and foremost on our minds is that you get value back from that investment. So those are the things that we're working on. I think we've historically been a company that was focused on great products and good services, great services and so forth, but we want to take it to the next level by working on the ideas that we have here today. Behind all that, we want you to be able to have a partner, PTC, that you're proud of and comfortable with and confident that that partnership is one that's going to be sustainable for a long period of time. Our revenue grew last year at 19%. We are roughly the 10th largest independent software company in the world today after all the consolidation that's happening. This year so far to date, we're growing at about 15%. Most of the growth that's happened in the last couple of years has been organic, although we've supplemented it some with some acquisitions. But the core strength is coming from the product development system, from the power of ProEngineer and Windchill linked together, and Arbortext and MathCAD and the other solutions. Our profitability has grown at an even faster rate. So last year we had revenue of $855 million. We've given guidance to our friends on Wall Street that this year the revenue will approach $950 million. Profitability will be between 17% and 18%. So from a sustained long-term partnership, I want you to know that PTC is financially very, very strong. We have no debt, and we never have had any debt as a company. Our balance sheet is strong. By the end of September, the end of the fiscal year, we'll have $300 million in cash in the bank. So we're making investments as we grow our business. We're funneling investments. 17% of revenue and acquisitions, that doesn't include acquisitions, are going back into the system to build new products and create new services to help you do your job. We originally had a goal of doing $1 billion in 2008. That's next year. We were going to surpass that goal pretty easily, having approached $1 billion this year. So we put together a longer-term goal of $1.5 billion. We want to do $1.5 billion in the year 2010 and grow the operating margins from about 18%, where they'll be this year, to 22% during the next 3 years. And we think we can do that. Now, that's not easy. It's one thing to grow revenue. It's a much more complex thing to grow revenue at the same time you're growing profitability. But we think we can do it. We have a plan in place, and we're going to be dependent upon our customers first and foremost to achieve that goal. We've made a number of acquisitions during the last 4 years. If you go back in time, having built out, really releasing Wildfire in 2002 and converting Windchill to the Lynx that was more out of the box, combined them into our product development system, that enabled us to have a core upon which we could build. All of the acquisitions that we've done have come from our interaction with our customers. Arbortext was Dan Glenn and his team at Solar Turbines. We went out, Jim Heppelman and I went to visit there 3 years ago, and they talked to us about the importance of integrating technical documents into the whole product development system as a deliverable, as an associative deliverable. So when you take a look at our acquisitions, we're committed to building out that integral story and to broadening the footprint, and it's our acquisitions that are helping us do that. So please, you know, if I have a chance to visit you in a customer visit, if you're at corporate, if you're doing things in your business that aren't linked yet, and you have some ideas about how to improve, for example, the integration of mechanical, electrical, and embedded software in total product configuration, if you have some ideas about some of the things you're doing, let us know, because we've got plenty of cash and we have an appetite to broaden our footprint and to continue to build better solutions. Our customers are our greatest asset. More than 50,000 customers. I've been with the company 20 years now, last month in May. So I was the 9th employee. And I actually worked with John Deere that summer of '87. They bought 2 seats of Pro Engineer. That was a pretty big moment, to tell you the truth. It was pretty exciting when the John Deere people signed up for 2 seats. We had 1 on the forecast, and they bought 2. I'd like to see that happen, you know, more often. But since then, we've hit 50,000 customers, 800,000 users of our software. We're a global company. 40% of our revenue is in the US, 35% in Europe, 25% in Asia Pacific. Every geography is growing for us today. We have customers that have complex assemblies and very small products, and they're all important. We have customers that have life cycles that go for years and years, and some that last less than a year. So we have tremendous diversity in our customer base. Many times, a smaller life cycle product might be part of a supply chain that's rolling up to a more complex and larger assembly. So all of our customers are critical to us. The diversity is actually compelling for us because it forces us to think broadly and openly about a complete solution. But I want to continue to see the customer base grow, the user community grow, and it's only going to happen if we continue to build great products and services. And you know, I've had a chance too over the last 20 years as I look out over the audience and see some of you there to really have heard some great stories about the products that have been built with Pro Engineer, Windchill, Arbortext, and the rest of our products. We have more than 900 partners, many of whom are here today. We've got independent software vendors and suppliers, ISVs that work with us to provide third-party solutions, to complement our offerings. We have a network of independent value-added resellers around the world that represent our products to small and medium-sized businesses that are a critical part of our business. That part of our business is growing at 25%. It's exploding. And they really are a network of partners that are critical to us. That accounts for about 21% of our business this year, but over the next 3 years, it's going to expand to almost 30%. So these partnerships are very, very important to us. We want to continue to build out and reach out to broaden that ecosystem. We've got a network of partners that provide services for us as well around the world. Companies like IBM with whom we've gotten closer, and smaller independent service providers as well. So the whole network of partners is critical, I think, to you in terms of releasing a full and complete solution, and it's also very important to PTC. We have 4,500 plus employees. 2 years ago, we had 3,000. So our second biggest asset, maybe 1A is our customers and 1B are our employees. Maybe I reverse those when I'm speaking only to our employees, but pretty much the same. But it's a combination. Those are the two great assets that we have in our company, and I'm proud of our employees. Many of them are here today. I want you to reach out and really get to know them and challenge them and build relationships with them, because there's nothing like a corporate visit. For those of you that get a chance to come on a corporate visit and meet with us, it starts a relationship. And there's always sort of something compelling about a relationship, so that when you have a problem, and you will, there's somebody that you know that you've built a relationship with that you can call or send an email to, and including myself. I get them probably every day. So our employees, much like you, in terms of the diversity of our customer base, today I think we have just probably 1,700 employees in the United States, about 1,000 in Europe, and 1,700 or so in Asia Pacific. So we're very much a global company in terms of our diversity. We want to continue to invest and train and develop our employees and really help them help you. So in closing, thanks again for another great year. It's been an interesting sort of ride during the last 22 years for the company. And we're at a peak right now. We're at a peak. Our products, I believe, have never been better in the history of the company. Do we have things to work on and improve? Absolutely. Can we improve the quality and the integrations and the user interface, the usability? Can we broaden the footprint? Absolutely, and we're working on all those things. But as I talk with our employees, we're at an interesting inflection point in our company's history where we do believe vis-a-vis our competitors, and we're capturing market share. Pro Engineer grew in the last 12 months 15% year over year, and the CAD market's growing at 5%. Windshield grew in the last 12 months 25%, and the PLM space as a market is growing at 12%. We're growing 3 times faster in the CAD space and 2 times faster in the PLM space than the marketplace today. So we're at a very interesting inflection point where our products are great and can get better. Our customer satisfaction, believe it or not, and again, I know we have things to work on, is the highest in the history of the company, as measured independently. So you're saying some pretty good things about us. Thank you. And I think our competitors as a group are in a little bit of a state of flux. There have been some changes that have gone on in the last couple of years from a competitive dynamic standpoint that favor PTC. So thank you for your endorsement and commitment. Thanks for the 3 days out of your busy schedules that you're going to spend here in Tampa. I look forward to seeing you over the next 2 days myself, and let's have a great year together. Thank you.